The story begins in Ireland, where numerous police vehicles surrounded a mansion. They had cordoned off a mansion from all sides. They had set up this siege to search for the mansion's owner, Arthas, whom the government had declared the world's most dangerous thief. Just then, a reporter noticed that the police had caught a thief and was being taken for interrogation. The police took him miles away from the mansion, right in the middle of the sea, where his interrogation began. The police forced this man, named Malch, to answer questions. The police then asked, "Where is Arthas?" But Malch replied, "You don't even know who the mastermind behind all this is, because it's not the father, but his little son, also named Arthemis Fowl. He's behind all this." Then we see a boy named Arthemis. He hated going to school, but his reason was different. At just 7 years old, he knew much more than his teachers. He was smarter than them, and even more so, he had been a world chess champion. Furthermore, Arthemis had created numerous scientific projects and conducted experiments throughout his childhood. He was awarded numerous prizes for these projects and excellent experiments. But because of all this, Arthemis had begun to consider himself superior to everyone else. He would even speak rudely to his teachers. When Arthemis returned home from school, he was overjoyed, thinking he would spend time with his father. But then his father sadly informed him that they had to go on another business trip. Saddened, Arthemis told his father, "I hate being away from you all the time." His father consoled him, saying, "My work will be finished forever in a few days, then I'll stay with you." After this conversation, father and son walked together inside the palace, and a few hours later, Arthemis said goodbye to his father. He boarded his private helicopter and left. The next morning, Arthemis woke up in his room as usual. Suddenly, he heard a loud scream inside the palace. Arthemis quickly went to see who it was. Then Arthemis spotted Domov, a bodyguard for the Fowl family. His father had left Domov there to protect him. Domov, looking worried, was talking to someone on the phone. Despite all this, Arthemis went to the hall to have breakfast. Suddenly, he saw a news report on TV stating that Arthemis Fowl was not a businessman, but that the government had declared him the world's greatest thief. The police believed that this man had been stealing from famous museums and had stolen some of the most precious objects in human history. Word was spreading that Arthemis was nowhere to be found. The police also found his luxury yard abandoned in the middle of the sea. This made the whole incident even more complicated. Heard of all this news, the boy became restless. He wanted to go after his father, but Domoboy stopped him. He said, "I've already sent my men after them." At that very moment, the palace phone started ringing, and Arthas ran to pick up the phone before the bodyguard could stop him. Upon picking up the phone, a mysterious man's voice was heard. He said, "I've held your father captive, and I'll only release him when I get my Akulo back." Arthemis asked, "I'll give it to you, but tell me what Akulo is." The man said, "I've heard you have a very sharp mind. So do one thing. Find out for yourself." Creak. After the call, Arthemis asked Domovoy, "What is Akulo?" Upon hearing this, Domoboy asked him to come with him. In one part of the palace, the bodyguard activated a secret passage that led them straight to the basement. Domoboy told Arthemis that this was your father's hidden hideout. The deeds of all generations of the family are preserved here. Domoboy explained that everything in the room was acquired for a reason. "But even after working with your father for so many years, I haven't heard anything about the Akuls." Arthi then began to wonder if his father had left some clue. Suddenly, he remembered that his father used to recite a poem to him before bed. Using the poem, he began to check the drawers. This is how Arthi found a diary. He found it. While reading the diary, he found something written on the last page. His father had written about a man who had complete knowledge of the Akul theft. At that very moment, Arthas remembered that his father had always told him stories about elves and magical people. Reading his father's diary, he became convinced that all these creatures exist in real life. Far from the reach of humans, these magical creatures live in a place called Refugee City, which is the home of the elves. Now in the world of elves, we see Captain Holly, who is on her way to a meeting. Then she noticed that news related to the search for the Akul is being continuously shared with the public. This will make people aware of the importance of this matter to the magical world. A short while later, Holly met Malch. Malch asked Holly for help to get rid of his punishment. He was being arrested for theft. He said, "What a great team we'd make. My stealing skills and your magic combined. What can't we do?" Holly ignored Mulch's words and walked away without much thought. But in that short time, Mulch had stolen something from her. Shortly after, a prisoner named Brian was freed from a dungeon in Refuge City by the same villain who had captured Arthas's father. He told Brian that from today on he would obey all his orders. Surprised, Brian asked, "Why are you doing all this?" He replied, "I need someone who can infiltrate the elf army so I can get Akulo back as soon as possible." Meanwhile, Polly arrived at her meeting, where Commander Rude told her soldiers to remain on duty until the Aklus were found, as nothing was more important to them. The Lady Commander also ordered everyone to ensure that their identities were not revealed to humans under any circumstances. Anyone who broke this rule would face severe punishment. At the end of the meeting, Holly quickly went to speak with her boss. She said they had found new clues about her father's whereabouts, but the Lady Commander said it wasn't time for that. Just find the Aklus. Meanwhile, in the human world, Damaboy decided to ask his niece, Juliet, for help, because despite her young age, she was very adept at finding people. While Arthas was trying to obtain information on his father's panel, Juliet came to speak with him. She suggested that she should rest a little, but Earthmiz refused. She said, "Your presence is unnecessary. I've already figured out how to find my father. To find her father, she would have to enlist the help of the elves. But this wouldn't be easy, because not only is their world hidden, but they wouldn't even want to help a human." Meanwhile, in her control room, the leader received a signal from Commander Root. 2 minutes later, she arrived with Holly. Without wasting any time, she informed her that a prisoner had escaped through the surface, and that all their troops were engaged in a mission to retrieve the Akuls. The commander decided that Holly would be given the responsibility for this mission. Overjoyed, the young girl set off to find the prisoner. From the control room, Commander Root gave Holly the full details of the mission. Holly flew toward a small European town. The people there were in great distress due to a huge monster, which turned out to be an escaped prisoner from the magical world. When Holly saw the monster holding a girl, she attacked it on the head, causing it to throw its prey away. However, Holly managed to save it from falling. After taking the girl away from the creature, the soldiers used a spell to heal the girl's wounds. Holly then proceeded to confront the monster and tried to imprison it in long light bulb wires. But at that moment, the monster captured Holly. A capsule was sent into the middle of the battle to save an elf from the monster, causing time to stop for everyone present. Taking advantage of this, the remaining soldiers arrived at the scene to arrest the demon and erase the memories of all humans who had seen Holly. Holly now decided to choose a different path and, despite Commander Root's threats, stood firm. She declared, "I will definitely restore my father's lost honor." At this time, Arthas was reading his father's diary. As he read, he realized that the man had helped the elves save the human world. He also learned that the man who was hell-bent on killing Akilon was named Apple. Later, Arthas met with Devon at one of the locations listed in the diary. He spotted Holly, and immediately his guards fired their guns at the elf, knocking her unconscious. Realizing they had lost Holly's signal, Commander Root raised all the alarms to protect his agent. A few hours later, Holly regained consciousness in a cage built by Arthas. An enraged elf tried to subdue them with her powers, but Arthas knew about this and was wearing special glasses. Arthas then said, "I want to find my father. I need your help." "However," Holly replied, "why should I help you? You've made a huge mistake by capturing me. A huge, massive attack is about to be launched on you. My people will rescue me and take me away." Despite this threat, Arthas wasn't fazed at all. He said, "That's what I want, for your people to come here." A few minutes later, a fierce storm began to rage in the area around the castle. Anticipating the arrival of the elves, the boy took Holly's weapons. Meanwhile, Domboy also took a weapon from Holly's costume. At that very moment, time was stopped again, and the elf army attacked the castle. Everyone took their positions. Commander Root also arrived wearing his combat suit. While the team searched for Holly, Arthas decided to don his special suit. Now Arthas and Domboy were fully prepared to fight. As soon as they saw them, the elf army pounced on them. But defeating them wasn't easy at all, and instead, Arthas, along with his friend, began defeating each magical creature. After a while, Arthas picked up a soldier's helmet and told the commander that if he wanted to see Holly alive, he should come inside to talk. Seeing no other way, Root entered the palace to speak to Artemis. Once inside, Root bluntly declared, "Our army is very large. How long will you fight? If you don't agree, this time the attack will be with full force." Despite this warning, the boy remained unfazed. He declared, "If there's another attack, I'll reveal the secret of the elves to the world." Artemis then flatly stated, "I'll only release Holly if you hand over the Akulas to me." But Root insisted that this would never happen. The boy then gave the elves 15 minutes to change their mind. Now the situation had become unbearable, so the commander gave a special order. After this, Mulch was released from prison and sent straight to the battlefield. During this time, Artemis explained the entire situation to Holly. Holly felt very bad after hearing about Artemis's father, as someone had similarly tarnished his name. Now, Holly wanted to help Akulo understand this mystery. Therefore, Artemis, in a show of trust, took off his glasses. Artemis then said that the name of the guard protecting Akulo was written as Beechwood inside his father's diary. Hearing this, Holly replied that it was his father's name. He knew how dangerous Akulo was, so he decided to hide it forever. After which, everyone started calling his father a traitor. Hearing this, Artemis fell into deep thought. Just then, Juliet spotted a new aircraft and immediately informed Arthas of it. Mulch had now reached the commander. The commander offered him a deal. If he quickly dug a tunnel to reach the castle, he could rescue Holly. In return, his sentence would be greatly reduced. Overjoyed, Malak immediately agreed to the deal. Malak then headed straight to the beach near the palace. He opened his mouth wide and began digging and eating dirt, and within seconds, he was inside the palace. Seeing this intrusion, Domovoy informed Artemis, who immediately realized he must have been sent to rescue Holly. But Malch had a habit of stealing before helping anyone. He quickly discovered a secret compartment inside the palace, and Artemis also told Domovoy to let him open the compartment, as they might need whatever was inside. Abtamis told Holly that if they worked together, they could find out what had happened to him and his father. A short while later, Mulch opened the main door to the secret room and, using his magic, conjured the locks of his hair, turning them into iron, allowing him to pass through the security screen. As soon as the compartment opened, Mulch found the object everyone was looking for. Soon, Earthmiz and Holly arrived. The elf explained to Earthmiz that he couldn't use it alone, as its magical powers would kill him. Before the boy could understand anything more about Akulo, Mulch reported this to the commander, who somehow also reached Opal. So, he sent his soldier Brian there. At that very moment, the commander was informed that the time-stopping dome was glitching. Taking advantage of the chaos, the traitor Brian moved forward to arrest Commander Root. He said that the ministers had discussed and chosen a new leader. "That's me." The commander, red with anger, knocked out all the guards around him. Brian then said, "You've made such a simple mission so difficult. We'll have to use a new strategy." Suddenly, a large elven aircraft appeared in the sky, and Brian announced that it had brought a dangerous monster to attack the palace. Hearing the monster's roaring sounds approaching, everyone began to run. Meanwhile, Holly understood what was about to happen. Brian now had complete control of the army, and he ordered the army to ban the use of magic inside the mansion. He also said that there was no need to protect Holly. Her father was just a traitor. Immediately, the dangerous monster was tied to a machine and thrown inside the palace. As soon as he entered, it felt as if the ground was shaking. Everyone inside didn't even have a chance to gather themselves. Domovoy ran through the rooms of the palace, distracting the monster. Meanwhile, Arthas and Juliet began to think about how to destroy the monster. In the chaos, Holly got caught in the chandelier. Mulch ran to save her, but he himself got stuck near her. To save their friends, Arthas and Domovoy pulled the sofa under them, but at that moment, the monster appeared, chasing Juliet. In his anger, he started throwing everything, causing the bodyguard to fall off as well. Then, Mulch jumped on the monster's back, but the monster picked him up and threw him straight down the stairs. To keep the Akuls safe, Malak swallowed them and shouted to his companions to head for the second-floor balcony. Juliet immediately tried to run across the hall, but the demon stopped her. Holly then helped her to safety, and Juliet managed to reach a room with Artemis. Artemis then shot at the demon, and before the demon could attack Artemis and Juliet, Domovoy appeared and attacked the demon using a large bull's head. But the demon was too strong. He easily knocked Domovoy down. When Holly saw that the demon had grabbed Artemis, she used the chandelier to break the room's window. Immediately, Artemis jumped out the window to escape the demon's clutches. Juliet and Domovoy did the same, but Domovoy accidentally fell to the floor, leaving the girl hanging. With Arthas's help, Holly freed herself, and just as the demon leaped toward the chandelier, they separated to attack it together. During the exchange of fire, Arthas accidentally set off his magical weapon. He dropped it to the floor, and he quickly ran to pick it up. But at that very moment, the chandelier slowly began to crumble. Fearing something might happen to Arthas, Domovoy jumped to his rescue. He removed Arthas, but the demon fell on his body. In a panic, everyone tried to find a way to save Domovoy. Meanwhile, outside, the time-stopping dome was beginning to disintegrate, causing significant damage to the elven army. After pulling Domovoy out from under the demon's body, Arthas asked Holly to please save his friend. But Holly regretfully replied, "The magic is blocked here. I can't do anything even if I wanted to." But Domovoy said, "Everything's fine. Don't worry about me." Outside, the captain of the elves' army said that those who were supposed to die would already be dead. It's too late. The monster has been taken in, so give Holly her magic back now, because according to her, the danger has passed. As soon as Holly realized that her magic had returned, she didn't waste a moment and repaired Domboy with her magic. At that very moment, the elven army began to retreat because the dom was completely destroyed, and here everyone gathered on the palace balcony. But as they realized the danger, Arthas, Juliet, and Domboy ran inside the palace, while Holly and Mulch went outside. After rescuing a fisherman trapped in the storm, Holly tried to escape but was caught in a whirlwind. Meanwhile, Mulch tunneled underground to save himself. Outside, Holly somehow escaped the whirlwind unharmed. At that very moment, the time-stopping device completely malfunctioned. This caused a massive explosion in the sky, and the commander from Refugee City ordered Holly to return immediately. However, Holly flatly refused to return and went to Artemis inside the palace. She was determined not to return until her father's name was cleared. Now they had the Akulo, so everyone gathered in the library, and Holly tried to save Artemis's father using the Akulo's powers. Just then, Opal told Artemis that she had failed in her mission. "I haven't received the Akulo yet," she said. "That's why I will destroy your father forever." Holly was trying her best to bring Artemis's father back, but before she could, Opal launched a powerful attack and killed Artemis's father. Realizing that the Akulas hadn't been able to bring his father back, Artemis was devastated and ran around the palace, calling for his father. Holly apologized for not being able to help her friend. But then, a surprising spell struck the palace room. Artemis immediately ran to the room where he met his father and embraced him. Meanwhile, Opal, on the other hand, was distraught and began screaming in anger. When Artemis's father met Holly, he told Holly, "Your father and I used to work together. Your father was no traitor. He was a very brave friend of mine who helped us protect the Akulas from the elves' enemies." Artemis's father then told Holly about all the wrongs Opal had done, telling him that his father's last wish was to give the list to his daughter. Upon meeting again, Domovoy gave his boss an emotional hug, and before leaving, Holly approached Artemis. They held hands as they said goodbye. Holly returned and told the commander everything and cleared her father's name. After reviewing all the evidence, Holly was promoted, and the investigation was now entirely her responsibility. Meanwhile, Earth also called Opal saying, "I will definitely find a way to catch you." He then flew away in a helicopter with his father. A short while later, they also picked up Mulch, who was now with them. If you enjoy what we do here, please like the video and subscribe to this channel to keep us motivated. See you on the next video.